What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Will Shedeur Sanders get traded? I'm not so sure right now. There's a lot going on in the trade mill around him. Um, there's a lot of teams that's watching him and they're seeing what he's doing. When he's not around the team, he's constantly working. A lot of people are seeing this, but the problem is the Cleveland Browns are not trying to let him go, and they've already pretty much. This is still, like I said, I'm getting secondhand information, but they want a lot for him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he fell to the fifth round and he's a third stringer emergency quarterback, but they want a lot for him because they know that he's a first round draft pick. They know this. So again, this is going back to something happened here. And now the teams are seeing that this kid can play and they want him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of quarterbacks out. There's a lot of teams out there right now that could use his services ASAP. The Bengals is one of them. The Dolphins are one of them. New Orleans is one, and the Raiders and a few other teams. They could use his services ASAP, like ASAP. It ain't gonna take him that long to get acclimated to the system. And with technology now, it makes it a little easier for quarterbacks to get acclimated to the system. With this technology, they got the iPads on the calls are being transmitted to them in the helmets. Well, that's been going on, but the technology has gotten to the point where it ain't gonna take that long to get this kid acclimated to another team. So my thing is pay attention to the trade deadline. As of right now, I think I may have spoken too soon because I said that there has been rumors of the Bengals, but the problem is the Browns want a lot for him. And the thing is, he fell to the fifth round. This is a very unusual situation here. It's a very unusual situation because I could see if he never had a first round grade. I could see that. And like I said, I can't believe we're like and this far in the season right now, we still talking about this. The reason why is because it's been put out there what happened to him on draft day. They were told not to draft him. It's been put out there. And then also somebody said, hey, go ahead and draft him now. We can't not let this kid get drafted. Come on, man, just draft him. So this stuff don't got out there now. Okay, it don't got out there. And you can't let somebody like this sit the bench, especially when other teams around the league needs a quarterback. But the problem is the Browns ain't trying to do nothing. They're like, nah, man, we good. We're not letting them go. Nope. We're not letting them go. And he really is their what do you call it? Their how can I say this? He's like their emergency blanket because Dylan is set. I'm telling you right now, remember I said this. He's going to go over to England and he's going to blow the spot up. Remember I said that. They're going to lose in England. And I told you before the season started that Shedeur should be playing in that game because he's very popular. The fans are going to be cheering his name, especially in England. So this is a very unusual situation because other quarterbacks, right? If they never had a first round grade, we wouldn't be talking about this. If Shedeur never had a round grade, we would never be talking about this. Like, look, he just got to work his way up, and it is what it is. But that's not what happened here. They wanted to teach somebody a lesson. That's what happened here. And I'm telling you right now, if he wanted to, and if he wanted to bring forth an investigation, this man will sue the fuck out of the NFL. He wouldn't have to play no more football. After all this is said and done, he will never have to play football ever again. Ever. He'll be rich forever. That's if he wanted to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened on draft day. I believe that because I'm like, wait a minute, did somebody give him misinformation? No, he didn't get misinformation. And he was told that he's a first round draft pick. And a lot of people around the league, even his peers, thought he was going in the first round. A lot of people thought this. A lot of people from the Giants were pissed. They thought he was coming to the Giants, but that didn't happen. And so far, it worked out for the Giants. It worked out, but a lot of people thought that that's where he was going, folks. That's where he would get, and he thought so too. Remember, he had the Giants cleats. Remember, he had other cleats made up. He was given that information. He was given this information. And that's why he didn't work out in the combine. Because traditionally, if you're a first round draft pick, you don't have to work out at the combine. Cam Ward didn't work out at the combine. He worked out at his pro day. He didn't work out at the East West Shrine game. Because at that point, he thought he was locked in for the first round. But then the writing was on the wall when the first round came, because they said they only drafting 2 quarterbacks in this round. It's lucky, they say it's lucky if 2 quarterbacks get drafted in this round, which 2 quarterbacks did get drafted in the first round, Jackson Dart and Cam Ward. And there's a lot of strange stuff going on, because it's just strange stuff going on around Colorado, man. It's just that it's just a lot of strange stuff, like that's just like you can't prove it, but something is going on. Let me case in point. When Shedeur and them first got to Colorado, right? I'm not gonna say who the left tackle is, but he was giving up all them sacks. I said, there's no way that this kid can give up all these sacks. He's doing it on purpose. And guess what happened? He transferred to another school, and now he's in the NFL. If that makes sense to you. If that makes sense. He did it on purpose. And I could tell you, I could go back to the game. We have to come back to the beginning for a second. Let's go back in time for a minute. And I'm going to show you how we got here with Shedeur. They weren't like from the jump. They weren't. That's why you see like Coach Prime, like he's like on the edge a little bit, even in his press conferences. He's going through it. He's going through it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he feels like, damn, like I got a good team here. How come we not winning? How come we not winning, man? I can't prove it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't prove what happened in that last game. But I can tell you right now, I'm not going to say it because I can't prove it. I don't want to put that on the kid because I can't prove it. But somebody else did a video on it, and they sat there and broke it down. They said it was no way in hell. Well, I'm not going to get into that because I can't prove it. It is not meant for this guy to come and dominate. It's not meant. They don't want it. They do not want it. So go back to the beginning. He takes over. They had a lot of things happen. He made it out that first season at Colorado, all them hits he took. The second year, they got their bearings together. I tell you what, if he had this offensive line last year, they would have won more games. If Shedeur had this offensive line now, they definitely would have won more, 2 or 3 more games with that offensive line, because that's really all Shedeur was missing. So, okay, the season is over, right? The season is over. Everybody thought that, okay, he's a first round draft pick. Then he win the Johnny Unitas Award. Wasn't he's a runner up for the Heisman Trophy? Think about that. He was a runner up for the Heisman Trophy. Do y'all know that, right? He was in the top 10. Runner up for the Heisman Trophy. So how are you a runner up for the Heisman Trophy? I mean, Dart was too. Jackson Dart was a runner up. Shedeur was too, though. He was a runner up for the Heisman Trophy. He won the Johnny Unitas Award. Do that count for anything? He's not garbage. He's not. So he had a first round grade. That's why when draft day came, he thought he was going the first round. He wouldn't have had that party like that if he didn't think he was getting ready to go in the first round. So there's a crime scene here. There's a crime scene. But the thing is, he wants to play football and have a really good flourishing career, so he's not going to sue nobody. But I promise you, if he get the Justice Department involved, which he do got the ear of the president, he does. If he really wanted to, they'll investigate and find it, and he will sue the living breaks off this league. But that's not going to happen because he want to flourish and have a good career. He want to persevere, right? That's fine. There's a crime scene here. That's why we're still talking about it. That's why we're still talking about a fifth rounder. He's a fifth rounder, but he's not. We know he's not a fifth rounder. That's why we're still talking about it. He's not. He's being treated like, look, you got a Rolls Royce sitting on the bench. That's what they got. And they trying to let everybody know that's not what it is. It is what it is. We saw that game against Carolina when he had adequate protection. We saw it. That was the easiest game I saw him play in 2 years. I said it. I said that was the easiest game I saw him play in 2 years. I'm talking Colorado because he was under a lot of pressure. He was having fun out there. And then they sabotaged him. The last game he played, they put him in with people that wasn't going to be on the team anyway. They sabotaged him. That made Dylan look better. This is a crime scene that's happening. And it's going to continue to happen because we're not doing nothing about it. People buying his fucking jerseys because you're supporting what happened to him. That's why you're buying his jerseys. You don't understand. You don't see the bigger picture. You're supporting this shit on what happened to him. You're supporting it. This kid didn't do nothing wrong to be treated this way. If you want to go after his father, go after his father. If that's what you want to do, you want to teach him a lesson, go after him. His playing days are already over. Now, they're using this against him, saying that on draft day, I have a hard time believing this. I have a hard time believing he said this. I have a hard time. I don't think it was what it really was. I think it was really what Cam Newton said. He didn't want to do that to these quarterbacks. Like, I don't want to come here and back up you guys. If something happened, you guys, I take over. He respect them too much. He don't want to do that. I respect that. But I get it. The only thing is, if he did go to Baltimore, more than likely he'll be playing this weekend. But he had no idea Lamar was gonna get hurt. He didn't know that. Hindsight is 2020. It didn't mean that he will stay in Baltimore for the rest of his career. It don't mean that. It mean that he probably would have got traded eventually. Because Steve Young, I don't think he realized that Steve Young waited so long to be great. He did. I wouldn't put that on show. I don't think he knows this. It took Steve Young a while because he was backing up. I think he's backing up to Montana. He was it took him a while, but then when he got on, he's in the Hall of Fame, ain't he? So it takes a while, but I think he really wanted to go somewhere to have opportunity to play right away. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're trying to make that to make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? So what the Browns are doing right now, check this out. Check out what they're doing. Because I spoke too soon. I said, oh yeah, this is a trade rumor going on. No. I spoke too soon. You know why? Because they're saying no to everybody. No, they told one team flat out no. No. Nope. Because you got to give us more. They want a lot for him. And the team's like, damn, he's a fifth rounder. The fuck? What you want? Just let him go. Nope. They want something for him. They want compensation. They want something. Okay. They don't want to let him go just because if he goes somewhere and be great, that's going to backfire on them. They don't want that. So what you going to do? You going to hold him hostage for the next 3 years? Because, guys, that's what's going to happen. I know you're saying, damn, Max, for the next 3 years. Yeah, for the next 3 years. They're not letting him go right now. There is trade rumors with the Bengals because the Bengals, they need some insurance. They need some insurance so that, Joe Burrow won't have to rush back. They can just bring Shedeur in and pick up where they left off because they're not a bad team. They just need somebody like him to come in because Shedeur, I think they realize Shedeur, and I've been saying this, he's a plug and play type of quarterback. It don't matter where you put him, you're going to have the same record as long as the team is good. He's not going to hurt your team. He's not going to hurt your team. The only reason why he was taking so many sacks, he's doing the same thing Lamar Jackson doing. They both do the same thing because they know that they can make a play. So every now and then they'll hold on to that ball. That's why they do it. But if he want to get rid of the ball, he'll get rid of the ball. He will do that. There's nothing about his game that's going to hurt a team. He's not going to hurt no team. He's going to make you better. He's going to make you better. But the problem is, oh yeah, oh yeah, Russell. You talking about the Brian Flores, the Vikings? Of course they are. Of course they are. But guess what? Shedeur is cool. He can just sit the bench and watch it happen. See, because I'm gonna tell y'all something what's happening with him. He's getting a different perspective of the game now because he's on the bench and he's watching. You see him got the headsets on now, right? He got those headsets on and he's watching. He's watching. I don't know if it was Flacco or somebody told him to put them headsets on. He's watching, he's listening, and he's getting a different perspective of the game. He's gonna be, man, guys, let me tell y'all something. When he finally get his opportunity, this dude is gonna be cold. This is gonna be a cold dude because he's gonna iron out all his imperfections. He's gonna iron them out because he already know now. Okay, I've been doing that wrong. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. Now I see what the defense is doing. See, he has the luxury to watch the defense, and then he can sit there and counteract what's happening. He can do it in real time because he's watching the game. He's watching. I can tell how he's watching on the field. I can tell. And here's another thing that the NFL don't realize. He can read defense as well. And that's very rare. You have to be taught this. Wasn't his dad a defensive specialist? Yes or no? Yes. He was taught how to read defenses. If a defense give a certain look, Shedeur already know the blitz is coming. He already know where it's coming. A lot of quarterbacks don't know that early in their career. They don't know that. He knows how to read defenses. I think the teams know this. That's why I'm telling you he's a plug and play type of player. All you got to do is bring him in and he's ready to go. But the Browns are saying no now. They're flat out saying no to people. No. So the Cleveland Browns are playing hardball with Shedeur trade talks. They set the price at a minimum third round pick and have already told some teams flat out no deal. Multiple teams, guys, have reached out now, but the Browns aren't budging. Okay? Multiple teams. Multiple. They said, listen, y'all not using them. We need them. Y'all not using them. I don't know. It's collusion, but the thing is, there's teams that they're in an emergency situation. They need them. They said, listen, y'all got to give them up. They saying flat out, no, we need a third round pick and we need another round pick. If not, the negotiations are no. We're not letting them go. So that's what's happening right now. And the crazy thing is on his day off, do you see that kid out there working? Did y'all see that? He out there working. The team see this. They see it. They like, yo, we were wrong about this kid. We were wrong. Yes, he's braggadocio and all that stuff, but he can back it the fuck up. He can. Of course he's sure of himself. Of course he is. His dad was like that. You don't think he was going to be like that? But he's a little quieter though. He's a quieter version of his dad. He's not like exactly like Prime. He's not like that. He's more of like, that's why they call him grown. He's more of like a quiet riot. And another thing that they had wrong is when he put that helmet on, he turns into a different player. He turns into a different person with that helmet on. So I don't feel no way for the Browns though, as far as their veterans, because they're veterans, they just cool with losing. They're the doormats of the NFL, Myles Garrett and them. And they just, they just got their check. They just happy that their check is not bouncing. Okay. Um, they got loser mentalities. He don't need to be on that team. I would much rather for him to go to with Patrick Mahomes and them now. Go chill with them for a couple years or something. He got to get up out of there. He got to get up out of there. Now, here's the thing: what he could do, guys. This is what he could do. You guys, please let me go. I don't want to play here no more. You guys, let me go. He could do that, and he will force their hand. He will force their hand, but he's not doing that. And look, let me just say something to Rex Ryan real quick. Rex, what rock did you crawl up under, Rex? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you some respect, Rex, because you know you Buddy Ryan's son. I'm trying to give you some respect. The great Eagles coach, Buddy Ryan, that's his son. He got a twin brother. Rex got a twin brother. He said that Shedeur needs to sit in the front during meetings and stuff like that. Rex, he is sitting in the front. You don't see the pictures? He's always sitting in the front. Always. Boy, these people stay on code, yo. And the crazy thing is, it's okay. I'm glad they stay on code because we don't stay on code. That's why they do whatever they want to do to us. So I'm okay with that. Let them keep doing it. Let them keep doing it, man. Let them keep doing it. Let them keep doing it, man. Let them keep doing it. No, I don't. I'm trying to give him. I'm trying to give him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Rex Ryan. You know what I'm saying? But no, he out of pocket. Rex is out of pocket. He talking about he needs to sit in the front. No, Rex. You know what Rex did say, Amber? He said Shedeur should be starting. Rex said this. He said Shedeur need to be embarrassed. He said, dude, you need to be starting. What are you sitting the bench for? Rex, you go ask them why he's sitting the bench, Rex. He thinks it's Shedeur's fault. He said, nah, Shedeur need to be starting right now. See, Rex don't care if he went in the 5th round. Rex know he got talent. But Rex think it's Shedeur's fault. He think he got a head problem. You know what I'm saying? He think he too cocky. No, Rex, he do sit in the front, Rex. I think somebody corrected him. Rex knows now. He does sit in the front. He does. He does sit in the front, Rex. See, guys, this league, they don't want outspoken people in this league, guys. They don't. They want you to. And look, it's our own people attacking them too. I heard this one panel. This dude used to be a quarter. He said he needs to keep his head down and keep his head down. But what you mean keep your head down? The fuck? Keep your head down. Like, I know what he mean by that. You said Shedeur doesn't deserve any respect. Oh, come on. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. How did you get over here? You found me over here? How did you? Oh, no, you did find me over here before. All right, look, this is what we're going to do for you. Okay. What we're going to do for you is we're going to put you in timeout to think about that. We're going to put you in timeout. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I'm tired of blocking people. You said they want Shedeur to have Caden Salters to me. I mean, Shedeur is locked in. He don't be talking crap when he playing. Yeah, he out of here, Amber. He out. He just want to come in and get a rise out of people. And you see his name. Trump is too legendary. You see his name. Just try and get a rise out of people. That's all. Yeah, they did let Rex because that's Rex though. They don't want to. You know what I'm saying? That's Rex Ryan. But here's the thing, Rex. They let him talk. Yo, look, they let Rex jump out the window, and he was false. He had misinformation, and Rex jumped all the way out the window. The thing is, Rex Shedeur is in the front seat in every practice, and the pictures are circulating around the internet that he's in the front row. Rex, he's in the front row. He's in the front row when Kevin Stefanski be having a meeting with the quarterbacks, and they all be sitting in there chilling. Shedeur's in the front row. He's in the front row. So I don't know what's up, Jet. What did he say? Shane Coates had 15 sacks for Green. Damn, that's a lot of sacks. They go Jess. All right, sorry about that. I unplugged my mic. But I'm telling you, man. Okay, so the Cleveland Browns said we ain't studying nobody. We not letting them go. We not letting them go, man. We're bringing him along slowly. That's what they're saying. And they're saying that there's a lot of value in him and there's a huge upside, and we're not letting him go. We're bringing him along slowly. We're going to have him with them damn headsets on. And he's going to sit up there and watch the defense and watch and watch and watch until we unveil him. That's what they're saying. We're not letting him go. We ain't say we were going to let him go. We didn't say that. That's what they're saying. We ain't say we were letting him go. Yeah, but he's sitting the bench. We need to know. So what? We're going to let him sit the bench. So what? When we ready to play him, we're going to play him. How about that? And we didn't say we were going to let him go. We didn't start these trade rumors. Okay. Okay. Joe Burrow got hurt. So what? So what? Joe Burrow got hurt. We ain't letting Shedeur go. Not for no. If we are going to let him go, you better give us a first round draft pick. You better do that. You better give us a third and first round draft pick. And they be like, well, wait a minute. How are we going to do that? Yeah, because he got value. Okay. We ain't finished teaching Shedeur a lesson yet, but we ain't say he can't play. We ain't say all that. We just teach. We giving him a little bit of humble pie right now. That's what we're doing. This is ridiculous, man. Y'all don't know how ridiculous this is. He's still getting his humble pie. That's what they're doing. It's like it's like he's going through a hazing phase. He's getting hazed. Okay, because listen, you would think that okay, they're not really caring about Shedeur. They would certainly let him go, right? No, nope, they're not. The Bengals reached out. They said there's several teams that reached out now. Because y'all know Miami need a quarterback. Y'all know this. Y'all know Miami need a quarterback. Y'all know New Orleans need a quarterback. You know a lot of other teams need a quarterback. They said we ain't say we were letting him go. He's with us. Shedeur with us. He got the headsets on. He's a third string. He with us. We're bringing him along slowly. That's it. That's what they're saying. So now I have to eat my words because I'm like, okay, now because somebody told me, yo, Max, like, the trade thing is heating up now. People are actually reaching out. So word, yeah, man, Max, they reaching out. Okay, they reaching out, but they getting this. But the Bengals are telling that Cleveland are telling them no, no, no. It don't make sense. Do it. If you're not gonna play him, let him go somewhere. You know what? You know what? The NFL should do though. They should do what soccer does. They should loan him out. They should do stuff like that. You know how like in soccer, what they'll do is they'll loan a player out for a specific amount of time, but they still have the rights to him. They should do something like that just so that the players can develop. Sometimes they do that so players can develop. They'll loan a team out to like, let's say like I don't know, like Juventus. They will loan their team out to Sao Paulo so the person can get his reps in, and then they'll call him back up to Juventus, and he'll be ready to go. You know, because just because he's not ready for, like, let's say the English Premiership, but he could go somewhere else and develop, and then he'll be ready for the Premiership. They should do stuff like that. That's what they should do. The only difference is, I guess you can't do that in the NFL because there's only one league. It's not like he go to a lesser league and then come back up and get called back up to the Browns. Yeah, I don't think they could do that. It's not the same. Because it's like, yeah, it's not the same. You said Shedeur isn't ready yet. Where's the proof? There is none. There's no film, and he's out there working. Oh, he is working with the first team though. He is. They're not letting them go, Ronald. They're not doing it. They're saying they're telling people flat out no, no. So there is some interest in them. The Browns do have interest in them. They do. Because if they didn't have interest in him, they would be ready to let him go. They know they haven't. I guess they figured when he got there, like, fuck, he really can play. He really can. He really can spin this ball. We not letting him go. You know what I'm saying? This might be our meal ticket. We not letting the meal ticket go. And then he's like number one in jersey sales, even still. Oh no, they not letting that go. They not letting that go. I don't care. We ain't. And the crazy thing is, this is what's cold about it. They not studying what the fans talking about. They not studying us. They don't care what we talking about. I don't care what y'all saying. We not letting them go, and we not playing them until we ready. What y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. So that's some cold piece of work, man. That owner's a cold piece of work. The only thing I can think of, unless they know something we don't know, because I remember Coach Prime said he gonna be playing rather sooner than later. So they might know something we know. They might be setting up for something. We don't know. They might be setting up for a grand finale. Like all of a sudden, Shedeur comes in and turn the season around. Now it's a story being written. I don't know. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna be watching that game when Dylan start. I'm gonna be watching that one. I'm gonna watch that game. And they're gonna be playing in England too. Oh, I'm gonna watch that one. Oh yes. I'm gonna watch that game. Because there's a possibility. You know why, guys? There's a possibility Shedeur might go. Well, actually, no, there ain't no possibility. Because they got Flacco as number 2. No, he ain't starting. He ain't getting in the game. Unless Dylan and Flacco get hurt. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, this league, that's just the way it is. They don't want somebody, they want you humble and crying and thanking God that you got drafted. That's how they want you. It's crazy. It's a very dangerous game, man. You see what happened to Tariq Hill. It's craziness, man. The way they put their bodies through a lot. But with technology and the way things are now, he'll be back before you know it. It's crazy. You said Zappy number 3, Shedeur is the hostage. No, Zappy is he's a practice squad. They got Bailey Zappy for the practice squad. Shedeur is actually third string. Shedeur is actually the emergency quarterback. So Bailey Zappy and Shedeur is practice squad. But Shedeur is elevated though. He's not just practice squad. Shedeur travels with the team. There's a difference. He gives the defense certain reps, certain looks, but he has to practice with the team just in case something happened. He got to go in the game. Shedeur actually, that's why he got the headsets on. If something happens that they call Shedeur, he has to be ready to go. He has to be ready to go. He has to have that mindset. I'm ready whenever they call my number here. I got to be ready to go. So he's definitely not practice squad, but he do be with the practice squad giving the defense certain looks though. But I heard he killing that defense. That's what I heard, guys. I heard he killing them. I heard he is smoking them in practice. That's what I heard. Making them look crazy. So I don't know how long they're gonna be able to keep Shedeur like this unless he just be like, look, y'all gotta let me go, yo. At this point, just let me go. Because at this point, they're holding him as hostage. Because if other teams is reaching out and they want him, you hold him as hostage, especially if you're saying no. It's like, nah, we got him, y'all ain't got him. We not letting him go. They hold him as hostage. But it's all good. But you see, he's starting to be verbal a little bit, though. You heard what he said, though, right? He said, "I'm certainly can do better than some of these quarterbacks in the league." He not lying though. He not lying. He certainly can. So it's getting it's he feels it a little bit. It's not that he's ignoring this. He feels it. He know he should be out there playing. Lord have mercy. Boy, Cam went to the wrong team. I'm just letting y'all know that. You know where Cam should have went? He should have went to He should have went to Jacksonville. Because you know why I say that? That Jacksonville quarterback isn't it. I know a lot of people are hell bent on Trevor Lawrence. He's not it. I don't think he can throw the deep ball. I don't think he can do it properly. I don't know. Because if you notice with the receivers, go look at their stats. They'll get a little bit of touches. He'll share the wealth, but that's about it. Ain't nobody gonna have a big game with him. It just, you'll get 50 yards here, 40 there, 5 receptions there. Lucky if you get 6. That's about it. You lucky if you get 6 receptions on that team. You lucky. I know Travis is frustrated, but he ain't gonna say nothing though. He ain't gonna say nothing. He not gonna say anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, fuck, man. I think Prime need to come to the league, yo. I think Prime need to come coach, man. Like for real. That's the only way this is gonna be. But here's the thing: he needs to come after their rookie contracts are almost up. That's when he need to come into the league so he can get his boys back. Like when the rookie contract up, they try to negotiate. No, don't negotiate. Just let the shit expire. So wherever Prime go, y'all just meet back up with them. Because that's the only way this is going to be corrected. Because they don't know how to use Travis. They don't. Like Shannon Sharp said, like every like Chad Johnson said, every week you need to be putting more on my plate. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting more acclimated in the system. They taking off his plate. So I mean, like they need to make a decision. What are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna play him majority of wide receiver, or what? Because he comes in for a few plays and then comes in for a few plays on defense. That's not helping him. He's not getting that rhythm because you never know on defense when the big play is going to happen. So just putting him in for a few plays, it's like you treating him like a circus act at this point. This is a messed up situation. You got him for the second pick overall in the draft, and you using him just a little bit. Something is going wrong in Jacksonville. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, yo. But I'm gonna tell you something though, Prime. Listen, give it a couple years, Prime, and after the rookie contracts is up, you need to come to the league, man, and save this situation because he knows how to use Travis. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like for real, I believe for you to be a head coach in this league, you had to have played in the NFL. I'm dead serious. Okay, that's a prerequisite. If you want to be a head coach in the league, you need to have played in the NFL. You need to have played football. Okay, because that coach up there in Miami, he's never played football. How the fuck did he become a head coach, man? Huh? How did he become a head coach, man? That's bullshit. See, it's a whole system in place. Like they got to be on top, and then the players on the bottom, and it's just crazy. I would like to see Prime come there and Coach Prime come there and coach in Miami. And then this is after the rookie contracts is up and bring Travis and Shedeur down there and see what happens. I guarantee they'll start lighting this motherfucker up. I guarantee you. They'll start lighting because I'm telling you right now, Trevor Lawrence, he ain't it. He not it, yo. He not it. But that's their golden boy. That's who they paid all the money to. Okay. That's who they paid all the money to. But just getting him a little bit of touches here and there, that's not good enough. Because Travis is a playmaker. And I know what people are saying. Well, Max, he's in the league where everybody is great. I get that. But they're not giving him an opportunity. How the hell you know he can't do what he can do unless he gets the touches? He ain't getting no touches. God damn. I'm sitting up here watching the game. I'm like, where 12 at? I'm looking for 12. That's what I'm looking for. So that's my little rant on Jacksonville. Okay. Getting back to Shedeur here in Cleveland. Every veteran on that team sucks. Every veteran for not speaking up. Will y'all please say something? The fuck, yo? You have a quarterback that's leading the league in interceptions, and y'all ain't saying that. We got to get better. We just got to get better. I hate that when they do the press conference at them. So Miles, what happened today? Everybody just have to do their assignments. I don't like that cookie cutter freaking nonsense. Be real, yo. Be real. Be real, man. Yeah, we just everybody has to do their part. We're gonna have to come back to go to the drawing board. We're gonna have to come out and play our game and really work from there. Work as a team. Work as a unit. Take it one player at a time. That's what we have to do. Yeah, but Miles, your quarterback is leading the league in interceptions. Don't you think that counts for something? Well, I'm in no position to speak on that. But I'm a team player, and things we just got to keep grinding. He just got to keep putting his head down. Miles, will you be real for a fucking second? Miles, will you please do that? You're a veteran on the team. He's leading the league in interceptions. He's 40 years old. I mean, at least play Dylan. At least do that. Can y'all at least do that? Okay. You saw what Shedeur did, Miles, in the Carolina game. Yes, I did, but I'm in no position to evaluate the quarterback position. I hate when he fucking give interviews, man. I just want to say that. I hate it. If that was me on the team, you know what I would be saying? Well, Max, what happened today? What happened today is we got you know what I'm saying, um, we got somebody leading the league in interceptions. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The fuck? And I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's it. That's all I would say. I'm just here so we won't get fined, man. But somebody told me it's not all about winning the league. It's all about getting that paycheck. Ain't nobody caring about no Super Bowl on that team. They trying to get paid, man. They ain't caring about no winning philosophy, winning mentality. That just sound good on camera. Okay. Did my check clear that bank? That's all that matters. Okay. Did that check clear in that bank? That's it. The check cleared, and that's it. I could have told Travis he on the wrong team. You know why? I remember when he was working out. This is before the season started. He was working out with the quarterback because he had it on his channel. They were catching passes, stuff like that. And Travis like, so what are y'all doing tomorrow? Y'all working out? He said, oh, I'm going to play golf. That's what Trevor Lawrence says. I'm going to play golf. I don't know. He said he going to fucking Pebble Beach. I don't know where the fuck he said he was going. But he said he going to play some damn golf. Okay. Fuck working out. Okay. The hell working out. I'm going to play golf his old Hulk Hogan looking ass. I'm going to play golf. That's what he said. He swung. He acted like he was swinging a golf course. He heard, and then Travis tried to play it off. Yeah, I should go fishing and stuff like that. Man, he said he going to play golf, man. He ain't even break a sweat in that damn practice session. Doing the throw the ball. How they do when they throw the ball, like they doing something. I could have told him right there, man, your quarterback mid. You ain't got Shedeur no more. where y'all be workhorses, you know what I'm saying, out there getting grinding and shit. That's what Travis used to. He used to the grind. But we out here grinding. See, now he gonna realize, man, these people on his team don't care about no fucking winning. They care about that check hitting their bank. Okay? They care about that check hitting their bank, so they can take care of these old chicken heads that they married to. So they can take care of them chicken heads. I don't know why these people they got these chicken heads, man. Okay, good for nothing chicken heads. Okay, wags. And did you know they got a WAG foundation? Did y'all know that? You know what that is? Wives and girlfriends. WAGs. Football ain't no better. European football ain't no better. They marry women that all they do is shop all day and do makeup all day. That's all they do. Chicken heads. Okay. They got a chicken head problem too. And I know what y'all saying. Damn, what's wrong with this guy? I'm unhinged. When you become my age, you get unhinged and you don't give a damn no more. You unhinged. Okay. That's what it is. They get these chicken heads. All they do is pack up all this fucking makeup, get Ozempic, and look plastic with their big lips. And they get the big lips. Okay, get their big lips. They look plastic. Got a bunch of oil sheen in their head, looking big ass heads. All of them got big heads too, and looking plastic. Okay, with their spray on tans, looking plastic. That's what they spend their money on. That's what they work out in all season for these damn chicken heads. Okay, you take that makeup off, they looking like they looking like the Dusty Rhodes and shit. When you take the makeup off, they looking like Dusty Rhodes. I promise you. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous what happened to Tyreek Hill. That's why he got hurt. You see how much he paying alimony? And he ain't married that chicken head for how long? That should be a fucking crime that happened. I mean, at least do what Tom Brady did. At least get somebody that got some money. Marry somebody that got some money, man. Where is Osaka? What's her name? Naomi Osaka. Is she singing? Why come somebody ain't going with her? Get somebody like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm tired of these damn chicken heads because I see them at the games and they think they're important. And you always see them at the draft and shit. You know? It's just crazy. They think they're important too. I remember last time I went to a Jets game, one of them wags, she was standing in line. She said, "Oh, must you?" I'm like, "What you mean must I? I'm trying to get by. I'm trying to get by." That was what's his name, girl. I forget the dude name. He played for the Jets. Okay. So yeah, I'm just tired of the NFL. I'm sorry, guys. I'd rather watch college. I don't like the NFL. I don't. I don't like the NFL. I don't like what they're doing with Shedeur. Travis he's being held hostage too. Y'all think Travis is being held hostage. Look, Travis is lucky he gets six. He lucky he get 4 touches a game. God damn. Can you give him more touches, please? Can you do that? Can you give him more touches? Look, I promise, guys, this is the last time. I'm not jumping out the window no more. I promise you. I'm good once a month. I'm gonna do it just once a month. That's it. And I'm gonna go back to being peaceful. I'm not gonna jump out the window no more. No more. But I will jump out the window this weekend if what happened last week happened again. Okay. Because what's gonna happen is you see what's the name already jumping out the window. I'm not as bad as him. What's the 0 to 60 dude guy name? He really jumping out the window. I'm not like that. But because I feel bad. Like I don't wanna I wanna see Salter. I wanna see Salter eat, man. Caden Salter, I want to see him eat. I want to see him do his thing. Um yeah, I want to see him do his thing, but He was saying put Juju in now. We can't say that because we're not the coaches. We don't know. We don't see what they see in practice. You see what I'm saying? So I'm stepping over my bounds because practice is practice. We're not privy to the practice every day. So we don't see what coach is saying. So just go with that. But as a watcher that appreciates the game, I think it's a really good team, to be honest with you. They definitely gonna get bowl eligible this year for sure. And it's a lot of and look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, on their schedule right now, you know what's gonna be a test? And it's gonna come as a surprise to you. West Virginia. West Virginia is gonna be up. That game is going to be hostile. They're going to a hostile environment. You might think, oh, West Virginia, they mid. No, they're not. That's a hostile environment. And for anybody that's planning on going to that game, watch this. Wear your Colorado jersey if you want to, and be prepared to fight. And I know you're like, what are you talking about? I'm not getting a fight. Be prepared. Be prepared. You're gonna get heckled though. You're gonna get heckled. You can ignore that. You can ignore the heckling. But if somebody throw beer on you, it's up. You might have to fight. Because I almost fought when I went to the game, and I didn't even have the other team jersey on, and I almost got in a fight. Yeah, it's like that out there. They get liquored up and drunk before the game, and they be looking for people with the other jersey on. So just be ready. You know what I'm saying? Just watch your back. If somebody throw beer on you, throw it back on them like that. I got beer thrown on me. You see what I'm saying? I threw beer right back. Rated. I threw beer right. She's like, "Why are you throwing it at me?" He's like, "Well, I threw it at you. Why are you throwing it at my old lady?" I said, "I'm throwing every time you throw beer on me, I'm gonna ruin her makeup. I'm throwing beer on her." Okay. And I said, the next time you throw beer on me, me and you both take we in a nosebleed. I said, me and you both taking a ride down these stairs. I said, you hear me? Because he was sitting right in back of me. I said, listen, you throw beer on me one more time. I said, me and you are taking a ride down them stairs. And God bless us both, because we both gonna get hurt. I said, do it one more time. I said, I did not come to this game to get beer thrown on me, and you got your spit and all that in the beer. I don't know where your mouth came from. I said, you throw beer on me one. He said, yeah, but you didn't have to throw it on my old lady. I said, I'm throwing it on her so you can learn. Do not throw beer on us. He said, well, I didn't mean that. It spilled. I said, no, you're throwing beer on us. Every time I turn around, beer is raining on my head. Okay. I said, I'm not studying this game. I said, I ain't got nothing to live for. Me and you both going down these damn stairs. I promise you this. And guys, that was at a West Virginia game. I know you guys like it got that deep at a game. Yes, it got that deep. I don't know what it is about West Virginia. It's in Morgantown. Y'all know West Virginia. It's in Morgantown. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They crazy up there. Them rednecks are crazy up there. They're crazy. Okay. And then there was this other redneck walking past. He had on cowboy boots. He said, "Yeah, I don't appreciate people wearing other jerseys." I said, "You keep your ass moving." I said, "Because your ass only 120 pounds." And I said, "I ain't had my medication today." I said, "So you need to keep walking." I said, "I ain't had my medication in 2 months. Something wrong with my head. I got a tick in my head. Something wrong with me. You better keep your ass walking." And I said to myself, I'm never coming back up here ever again. Ever. Never coming back up here. Because you want to go enjoy the game. You don't want to have to sit up here and fight. I mean, damn, I'm thinking I'm in Philadelphia. Because in Philadelphia, it can get real up there too. You know what I'm saying? Um, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I had went to the Subway Series a long time ago, the Mets and Yankees. And it was in Shea Stadium. And I didn't have no jersey on. So I was neutral. You didn't know if I was a Yankee fan or not. After they lost the game, it was people leaving the game like crying. And I'm like, this dude was like really upset. And I said to the dude, I said, "Did you lose a lot of money?" "No, man. They just fucking lost, dude." I said, "You don't got nothing else going on in your life to be sitting up here worried about a funky ass game. You beheld bent and upset over a game. You must ain't got nothing else going on in your life." And you should have saw how he looked at me. And I was like, I digress because he was really hurt that they lost the game. It's crazy. I got other problems going in my life to be. If they lose, they lose. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's just a game. It's just a game, man. But I'm telling you guys, be prepared. Mark that on your calendar when Colorado gets a away game. They got to go to Morgantown and play in West Virginia. That is going to be a hostile environment. I'm telling you this right now. Yep. And here's the thing, next week, this weekend coming up, they got to go away to TCU, right? So this is the third time Prime is playing TCU. The first time, remember, the first time they played TCU when they had Dylan Edwards, they won that game. Remember that? And then the second time was last year. TCU came to Boulder. Now they got to go back to TCU. So that's almost becoming like a rivalry. But I'm telling you right now, TCU is going to play this like this their bowl game. They are. They're going to play it like it's their bowl game. So Salter going to have to be ready. Salter going to have to be ready, man. And he should be good. But hey, man, I'm not going to lie to you. Win or lose, I still like watching Colorado. They still, man, they keep my attention. I think it's because of the behind the scenes and stuff like that. It's like reality show. So, man, it's still a good team in my book, man. Um, yeah, still a good team in my book. But low key though, now I'm about to say something. Some of these people that be vlogging on Colorado, they low key haters, yo. And it's coming out now. They low key, I know they've been haters the whole time, but now it's coming out. Fuck, man. Like, fuck, man. It's the fucking coaching, man. Like, fuck, man. How you gonna waste all the how you gonna keep all these timeouts, dude? Yo, let me tell you this, right? What's different about me is I'm a senior citizen. Okay. I'm a senior citizen and I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell it how I see it. These dudes is haters, yo. And I knew they were. It was gonna come out. It was gonna come out, yo. See, let me just say this real quick. Let me say this. Hold up. Yo, for this segment, we're gonna talk about the low key haters. Now, anytime somebody call you a prime sexual, they're a hater. You hear me? The 0 to 60 dude, yeah, he a hater, yo. He been a hater. The 0 to I'm naming names. I don't give a damn, yo. When you get to be my age, I'm almost a senior citizen. So I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, he's a hater. He been a hater. And you know what? He wanted to be a coach on the team. Again, he felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I like dude though. You know why? Because I remember him when he played for the Jets. So I like dude low key, but he hating. He said something about the timeouts. They're using that. They're using that. They're using the timeouts. I don't know. He prime. He doesn't have good clock management, dude. What the fuck? Listen. If they win the game, you're not worried about no timeouts. You're not worried about. But see, let me just say this, guys. You win some, you lose some. Okay, somebody has to lose the game. Okay, it's every game is not going to end in a tie like that Dallas game. Every game is not going to end that way. And matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I hate to say this, but Dak Prescott got better. He's actually gotten better. I will give Dak Prescott that. He's gotten better, yo. He's not garbage. But anyway, these dudes is low-key haters, yo. And he said, man, they're gonna say I'm hating, you know what I'm saying? These are the prime sexuals. Why are you calling us prime sexuals? Because we like prime? We gotta be prime sexuals? You a hater. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I still rock with dude. You know, he played for my Jets. And he was a real one, you know what I'm saying? He was real when he played for the Jets. They moved him to the offensive line. I remember that. I remember that. But see, they're using this now, like, yeah, man, you know, fuck, man, Prime, what the fuck is he doing, man? They're doing this. I'm watching them. They're starting to hate, and they've been haters. They've been haters, yo. It's in their blood to hate. They've been hating. Okay, they don't like all this attention that Prime is getting, because I'm gonna tell y'all haters this now. If Prime leaves, y'all are through. I'm just telling you this. Okay, you lucky he is there. I'm just telling y'all this because I'm telling you this right now. If Prime leave, you think I'm still going to be Buffs Nations Daily? Bullshit. I'll change my name quicker than you can say your last name. I'm here because Prime is here. Period. Okay. So if you want to sit up here and call me a prime sexual, you're a hater. Ain't nobody. I ain't. What the hell is a prime sexual? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's like, what is a prime sexual, man? That we're so in love with Prime and that he can't do no wrong. Ain't nobody ever said that. We never said that. We just, a lot of us in my age group, we've been following Prime since he was in ATL, since he was at Florida State. Okay. Since he was with the New York Yankees. Okay. You guys haven't done enough in your careers to sit up and hate on this man. This man was in the broadcasting booth before we even knew who the fuck y'all were. Okay, so don't let me get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Okay, don't get it twisted. Y'all are lucky that he come back next season. Y'all be lucky because there's people in the NFL right now that can use him. I'm just telling you this. I'm just telling you this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You call us prime sexuals all you want to. I'm watching y'all. Y'all hating. Y'all hating, yo. I saw after the game how what's his name was acting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's this. You guys been doing this for 3 years. You guys still can't fucking run the ball, dude. You've been doing this for 3 years, man. Dude, what you talking about? They running the ball. They can run the ball. They running the ball this year. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about, man? They are running the ball. They are. Ain't nobody can stop them if they run the ball. Okay, so they are running the ball this year. Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. I suspect he may not come back next season. I'm enjoying Prime. I'm enjoying this for this season. I don't know if I'm taking it season by season. I don't know if he's coming back next season. I don't know. I don't know. Because there's other college programs, Alabama, that would love to have him. Okay. So I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But he's working with what he got to work with. Okay. With the product on the field, the personnel he has, that's what he has. And he still put a good product on the field. And y'all sitting up here hating. Like y'all weren't losing for a whole decade before he got there. Y'all almost was about to go down to Division 2, yo. If he hadn't got there and saved y'all, y'all would have been Division 2 by now. Okay. Yeah, he got some decision to make. I say NFL. But the thing is, I can't speak for Prime. But however, he is good for this university, and y'all lucky to have him. Y'all lucky to have him because I promise you, he leaves, I leave. That's it. unless there's a few players that stuck over. I'm gonna have to support them. But if he goes to Alabama, Jordan Seaton goes to Alabama. I promise you this. If he goes to Alabama, Juju goes to Alabama. I promise you this. He's taking Louis luggage with him. The luggage is going with him. So just remember that. I'm just naming Alabama as an example. I'm not saying it's gonna be Alabama, but yeah. That's if he want to continue coaching. I don't know. But I think he will stay there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm taking it year by year. But I like what I'm seeing. I like the whole program, the behind the scenes with the camera. Um, he's very he's the only coach that let people in, to see the behind the scenes. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy the whole process. Whether they winning or losing, it don't matter. Of course they want to win, but win or lose, I still rock with that team. I still like them. Are they going to win every game? No, it's not. It's not realistic, but they're in competition. Did they get blown out this year? I don't think so. It's not like they're getting blown out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I like the team though. I do. I like the players. Um, yeah, man, I just rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You said would Coach Hart take over? No, I'm not saying Prime is leaving. I'm just saying I'm taking it year by year. He never said he was leaving. He signed an extension on his contract and he said he likes it up there. So, but um yeah, he likes it up there. And he'll find a way. But they're always in contention if you notice. They're always in contention. They're not going to get blown out. Could they have won that game? Yeah, that could have been a game they could have won, but it didn't happen. But then they always use this thing with the timeouts. Oh, he got good poor clock management. No, he don't. It just certain situations don't call for it. It just depends. You know, yeah, we don't see what he's seeing in practice or film study when they do the film study. So, and then you got a bunch of people that, they break down stuff and they swear they know what they're talking about and this and that. First of all, I don't like fucking know-it-alls. That's number one. I don't. Okay. You can't do no better if you was a coach on that team. So stop it. You wouldn't be able to do no better. It's hard. It's easier said than done being a coach. Easier said than done, just like being a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But the product that he got and the whole excitement that he got around the team, I like that right there. So I appreciate the entertainment they bring to the table. Because Saturday, I got something to watch. And now that's what that game come on at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's a little earlier. Because damn, I was about to complain. Damn, these 10:30 games at night. It's crazy. And by third quarter, I'm be ready to fall asleep. I'm like, damn. But I like the team, man. I just like the whole thing. It's like reality TV. So I like what they brought to the table. I like when Bucky go to see Travis play. He get that footage. I like it, man. I like what they doing. Shout out to Travis. Hopefully, I would say for Travis though, you know what the coach said though? They would say, "Well, what's going on with Travis?" To Liam Cohen, that's his name. He said, "We're going to keep this matter." But you know what he said though? This is kind of I don't know what he mean by this. He said the situation going on with Travis, we're going to keep that between the team. He said that. Like, what does that mean? We're going to keep that close to the team. Anybody know what he meant by that? You said they're going to crown Shedeur in London. You think he might play? I think he might get some playing time in London. I think so. because this owner is not sitting up here fooling nobody. Don't let that owner from the Browns play a Jedi mind trick on you. Talking about it wasn't my idea, Shedeur. Who idea was it then, sir? Who idea was it? Because when he got drafted, your head coach and your general manager looking like this a hostage situation. That's what they were looking like. So who idea was it? It's your idea because he see what Shedeur bring to the table and he likes it. He like, you know what? All right, cool. What we gonna do is we're gonna be losing, and then next thing you know, we're gonna put Shedeur in. I know what he's doing. The draw attention. I know what he's doing. Now all of a sudden he ain't trying to get rid of him. Don't let that owner fool you, man. Because he gonna sit up there and try to sit up there and lie to everybody talking about it wasn't his idea. It was his idea. He's the owner. How does he not know what's going on? Yeah, he might play in London. I think he's gonna play a little bit because Dylan is playing. I think they're gonna get Shedeur in there as well. You said more storyline. Yeah, that's what he likes. That storyline stuff. That's WWE type stuff, Amber. That's what this owner. They not. He's not fooling me. He's not fooling me. He's not fooling me. He said, "Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep letting this storyline. We're gonna keep letting people talk. Then all of a sudden, Shedeur gonna come in." You said Bucky definitely not feeling it this year. Hold up, let me see. He not feeling it this year with his bros gone. Man, I missed them, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even know them like that. I miss Shedeur, yo. Yeah, I do. Golly, and Shiloh, his antics and Travis. They are sorely missed up there, man. They are. But, things gotta progress. They're in the NFL now. You know what I'm saying? But Bucky goes to the games to see Travis. You know what I'm saying? No, see, they don't want him to opt out, Brock. They don't want him to opt out. I just told you they're not trying to let him go. See, that owner, don't worry about that owner. Don't worry about what the owner said. It wasn't my idea. I certainly, if you ask me, I didn't think we was going to do this, but it was your idea. It was his idea because he knows what Shedeur bring to the table, and he likes the attention. Guys, he loves the attention. And then they're gonna play him when they're gonna play him when they need a boost. That's when they're gonna play him. Yep. So then everybody gonna be talking about the Browns because they at this point they made me eat my words. I thought there was a possibility that he could get traded. Nope, 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 not at all. They sitting up there saying no to everybody. So what they're gonna do is let Dylan play, right? See what he do, and then all of a sudden, when they need a boost, then they're gonna bring Shedeur in. Because by that time, he gonna be more than ready. Because he's sitting there watching the game from a different perspective. He gonna be cold when he get in the game. Oh my God, he gonna be cold. Because then I bet you Jerry Judy will be happy. Because damn, have you seen Jerry Judy or Jerry Judy is missing? Where the hell Jerry Judy at? He ain't getting no touches. Yeah, he's pulling the franchise a lot of money. That's why they're not letting him go. No, they're not trying to take that loss, trade him. Nope. They said y'all should have drafted him. I know that's what I would say if I was the owner. Listen, you guys stuck on stupid. Y'all should have drafted him. If y'all want to don't sit up here and complain now after y'all seen that Carolina game. No, 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 no. No. Y'all should have drafted him. Okay? New Orleans, you sat up there and drafted that other dude, New Orleans, so stop playing with me. No, y'all can't have him. No. Y'all should have drafted him from the beginning. Okay? Yeah, but you guys are not using it. It don't matter if we're not using them. You're not getting them. Ain't that some hater shit? That's hater shit. They don't even want to let him go, but they don't want nobody else to have him. It's craziness, man. I'm telling you. So don't let that owner fool you. And that owner knows, that owner knows his father, right? Y'all know that, right? Prime knows him. So something is up. Maybe they got something worked out or something because they know each other. They're very familiar with each other. Very familiar. So I don't know. And remember what Prime said? Oh, Shedeur, he gonna be playing pretty soon. So maybe they know something. So we just got to be patient. But I'm gonna tell you something though. When Shedeur comes in, he is going to kill it. He gonna kill it when he comes in there. Yeah, that's what he probably saying. Y'all had opportunity to draft him, and we sat up here and saved the day. So no, y'all can't have him. No, no. Yeah, but you guys are not using him. No, it don't matter. Yeah, fuck your little third round draft pick. We want a first round draft pick for Shedeur. And ain't nobody trying to do that. All right, then. Well, then no. The answer is no. Y'all not having him. Y'all not having him. Okay. Yeah, but you guys are no. We got him practicing with the first team now, so don't worry about it. Man, that got a sting, don't it? And then Baltimore, Baltimore need a quarterback bad. They need a quarterback bad, yo. And I know they're like, yo, we wanted to have him. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him up. Now it's time to give him up. No, we're not giving him up. We're not giving him up. We're not giving him up. So that's just what it is. He's with us and he's learning under us. And we're moving it. What did Kevin Stefanski said? We're committed to moving him along. That's it. Yeah, man. I spoke too soon, man. They not trying to trade him. Nope. Not with all them jersey sales coming in. No, thank you. They got a cash cow over here. You know what I'm saying? He's a marketable kid. He don't get in no trouble. And that's it. He's with them. I know. And he was a 5th round pick, regardless of how much right. They want money for him. They want a 1st round pick. They want 3rd round pick. They want some stuff for him. They don't give a damn he in the 5th round. You saw what he did against the Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw that. So if y'all want him, y'all gonna have to give us something for him. And I know people are like, nah, bro, he 5th round. Nah, y'all the one dropped him to the 5th round for not drafting him and acting foolish. Y'all did that. And we saved the day and we got him and we not getting rid of him. So guys, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. But he's still, despite everything that's going on, he's still in a great position because he's sitting there, he's learning the game from a different perspective. He's watching the game. He see what the defense is doing. He's standing on the sidelines. He can see everything that he wouldn't be able to see if he was playing. And he'll be ready when his number is called. He'll be ready to go. Straight up. You say you wish it was a better team. Yeah, they seem like they got plans for him. They are not letting him go. Nope. Yeah, they not letting him go, man. And Shedeur, by the way, Shedeur is just pretty much saying, I'm just waiting my time. That's it. You know, um, he's saying all the right things. So they ain't got no reason to let him go. He's not a bad kid. He's not a bad kid in that organization. They like him. The locker room likes him. You know what I'm saying? He's a likable kid. You know what I'm saying? Seem like he's willing to listen. He ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. He's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere, yo. So that's it. I was like, damn, I got my hopes up, you know what I'm saying? Because this insider said, yeah, man, it's some activity going on as we speak. There's several teams reaching out for Shedeur right now. But then I started thinking about, I said, wait a minute. Then I saw another report where the Browns keep saying no to everybody because they're not getting what they want for them. And they just flat out telling people no. We're not willing, we're not trying to do nothing. So yeah, they know he's a great person. That's why they like him actually, Amber. They like him because he don't cause nobody no problems. And he's willing to listen. So they like him. He's their rookie. They like him. And I guess they figure, Amber, he has a high ceiling. He has a lot of potential. And they're not trying to let that go. Not at this particular point. You know what I'm saying? So because they don't know how Deshaun gonna be when he come back. They don't know how that leg is gonna react. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur is kind of like insurance. So that's their insurance because I'm telling you right now, they done with Arch. I know they are. Arch is he's stinking up the joint. Arch is not coming out after this season. He's not. He's not. And a couple other quarterbacks that they were looking at. The only quarterback out there now that's worth something is Julian Saying, from Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? He's eligible after next season to come out into the draft. That's the only one that's really worth something right now. I thought DJ Lange was gonna do something this year, but he's stinking up the joint too, man. I thought he was gonna be cold this season, but I don't know. Maybe it's a weird year this year for quarterbacks. So, well, I don't know what's up with what Michael Penix doing. There's so many possibilities for Shedeur where he can go if the Cleveland Browns decide they wanted to trade him, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen, man. Because the locker room likes Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's a cancer to the locker room. They like him. He works hard. He studies. He listens to everything they saying. So they like him. Yep. Every little step he take gonna be in Cleveland. That's it. Hell no, I wouldn't trade him. I'm not lying either. I'm not mad at them. I wouldn't trade him either. Bullshit. I wouldn't trade him. So what? We got a lot of quarterbacks. So what? I'm not trading him. We got some here. You see how he be working out on his days off? Just dedicated. Oh no, we need this. You see what I'm saying? All right, we like this. I ain't letting them go. That's it. I would straight up. You know what I would tell Shedeur? Shedeur, just be patient. You're the future. You see what I'm saying? You know, just be patient. Um, learn all you can. Put the headsets on. Look at the game. He said pretty much what I would tell Shedeur. Look at what the defense is giving the look. Make sure you know defenses. Stuff like that. And we're gonna see what Deshaun look like, and eventually you're gonna take over. That's what I would tell him. Okay. I'll be like, Rome wasn't built overnight. But hold up, that ain't a good example. You know why? Because Rome fucking fell. They sure did. Um, um, but look, Shedeur, things don't happen overnight. So You ain't going nowhere. That's what I would tell him. I don't care if you want to play, you're going to play eventually, but you're not going nowhere. That's what I would tell him. You're with us. You the one wanted to play with us anyway, Shedeur. You remember that? Okay. You wanted to play with us anyway, so you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's a match made in heaven. Dylan ain't going nowhere either. They got them both hostage. He's not going nowhere either. Nope. That's a weird organization, dog. But yeah, I honestly believe he gonna play in England. He gonna get some snaps in England. They're gonna let him play because the fans gonna want to see him. So he will get some snaps at some point. And maybe this season, it don't hurt to put him in. He gonna get some snaps eventually. You said and refund it back to him. That don't work that way. They own the rights to his contract. Okay, Robin, that's not happening. He's stuck. They own the rights to his contract. He's not going nowhere. What did Kevin Stefanski say? He said we working him along slowly. That's what we're doing. We working him along slowly, and he learning that system. He learning it. They own the contract. And Shedeur is not the type of person to say, let me out of my contract. He's a good guy. He's not going to do that. And they know that. You said Shedeur won't play a down for Cleveland ever. God dang. And that's B from Ohio saying that. A B from Ohio. Why are you saying that he won't play a down ever? Damn. This coming from B from Ohio, folks. Can you let us know why? Yeah, he definitely gonna play. He definitely gonna play this year at some point. Now, the only thing is if Dylan comes in and start killing it, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They gonna stay with Dylan. But if he go in and he start looking like a deer in headlights, then they gonna have to figure out another situation. You said this collusion will be rolled all the way out. I hope not. You said they rather sell jerseys. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just have to come on real quick, man, because I spoke too soon. But yeah, they not trying to trade him, bro. No, they not. Definitely not happening. You said unless Kevin is fired, I don't see because they're playing in our faces with all the gaslighting. It's crazy. Now, here's one thing I want to say about Shedeur. So you're right about that beef from Ohio. They are playing in our face because you saw that Carolina game and you saw those passes he made. A regular quarterback can't do that. You see how tight those windows are? That takes a lot. That takes a lot for him to do that. That takes a lot of practice and dedication for him to play like that. He can do it with ease. So we know what he can do. It's not the sacks because a lot of quarterbacks are having that problem. But he'll throw the ball away. That's not the issue. Well, yeah, Tom said it. Well, okay, well, Tom, if you know how to condition a quarterback, well, why can't he come there? Why can't he come there? He said they don't know how to bring quarterbacks along no more, like how when he came up. Well, see, he had the benefit of Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick used to sit down with the quarterbacks, he said, and help them read defenses. But a lot of people don't have that time anymore. Yeah, pinpoint accuracy with no reps with the first team defense, with no reps. In fact, B, that was the easiest game I seen him play in 2 years because he had an adequate offensive line. That's all he needs. So we'll see after this game because they're gonna lose because Minnesota's gonna kill them. So we're gonna see what happens and and see where they're gonna go from there with him. I know he'll be a great acquisition to a franchise that's in desperate need. There's a lot of ones that's in desperate need now, but the Browns said no. They said no. They said no, flat out, because the rumors started getting out there last night, right? And here they come. No, we didn't. We ain't say nothing about no trading. We know we're not trading him. So they killed that rumor. They killed it. You think Cleveland would do good against them this Sunday? You said and no black quarterbacks is on their Mount Rushmore, their most prestigious position. You said Shedeur is given right opportunity, could be an all-time great, and no black quarterback is on the Mount Rushmore. Wait a minute. Black quarterbacks on Mount Rushmore. Let me think about this. Um, it's interesting you say that. I'm thinking about it. Warren Moon is the only black Hall of Fame quarterback. Yeah, I just thought about Warren Moon. That is pending. I would say it's pending because we got Jackson in Baltimore. We got the kid up in Washington. We got Caleb Williams. Yeah, you right about that. Yeah, Warren Moon. Yeah, you are right about it. Got to be somebody else, man. Let me see. When you say the Mount Rushmore, you talking about Hall of Fame. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, you got Mahomes. You got Jackson and Mahomes, so it's pending. That's pending. Yeah, Jackson and Mahomes. Um, yeah, you right about that. He damn sure is. I was thinking about that. Um, yeah, Warren Moon. That's back when he played for the Oilers. Then they called the Texans, right? That's back when they used to call the Oilers. Warren Moon. Yeah, McNair is not in the Hall of Fame, but he will always be known for that Music City Miracle. He was a part of the Music City Miracle, that game, that most legendary game. That was a perfect lateral back to the wide receiver. Perfect. It went right down the line because the refs checked it. Yeah. Yeah, he's only playing the Canadian NFL. Wow. He is on Mount Rushmore. It is Warren Moon. God, man, thank you for saying that, B, because I never thought about it that way. Because I used to think about the Michael Vicks, You know, yeah, you're right about that. Call them dual threat quarterback. Shedeur only pocket pass Mahomes mixed. Yeah, you're right about that, babe. Mahomes is mixed. Well, mixed ancestry. Yeah, dual threat quarterbacks. But here's the thing about the quarterback position, it has evolved. Because nowadays you have to be a dual threat, just about. Um, Look at Jackson Dart from the New York Giants. He's a dual threat. He don't look like it, but he is. He can move. So that position has a little evolved a little bit. Um, Lamar Jackson. Damn, yeah, you're right about that, man. Now, if Vic, I'm gonna tell you this: if Vic hadn't had those problems and he stayed in Atlanta, he would have been in the Hall of Fame now. He would have been first ballot. At some point, let me think about Michael Vick. Um, Warren Moon made two Halls of Fames as a pro. Yeah, Canadian in the NFL. You said their list: Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton, Rogers, and Montana. Montana was cold though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Montana was cold. Montana was a cold piece of work. Um, Peyton Manning, he was a cold piece of work when he got going. You know, when he reached his prime, he was a cold piece of work with all those audibles he used to call. Um, but Vic was cold too. Vic was cold. Randall Cunningham was cold. I don't like what they did to Doug Williams in Washington after he won the Super Bowl. They let him go. Remember that? They did that to Doug Williams. I remember that Super Bowl too. And the next thing you know, they cut him off the team. Yeah, Vic did change the game. In fact, they called it the Vic Experience. They even called it that. They also called him the greatest show on turf, and also they called Kurt Warner team that. So there's two greatest shows on turf: is Mike Vick and when Kurt Warner and Orlando Pace on that team, and Isaac Bruce. What was that? What was it? The Rams. You know, Isaac Bruce and them. You know, they called them the greatest show on turf. You said top five black QBs. Warren Moon is in the top five, of course. Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham. I don't have no particular top five. I'm just naming them. Air McNair. Air McNair was cold, man. He was. Alcorn State. They were calling him Air McNair at Alcorn State. Um, yeah, he was cold, man. I also like Cordell Stewart. Okay, you said Moon, Vic, Randall Cunningham, McNair. Oh, bam, dude, how you man? Yeah, Rodney Pete, Jeff Blake was cold too. Yeah, Jeff Blake, Rodney Pete. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I like the fact that y'all remember all those greats. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel too old now. Because if you remember all them, I don't feel too old. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you named Randall Cunningham, I like that. What about McNabb? You like Donovan McNabb? Damn, I was about to say Charlie Ward, but he played for the Knicks. My bad. I was just going to say Charlie Ward, but he went on to play for the New York Knicks. Rodney Pete was cold. But yeah, B, you right about that, man. Now that you brought that up, they don't have too many on Mount Rushmore. Oh, Cam Newton. Yeah, Cam Newton was cold in his day too. Cam Newton. You said Michael Bishop was Vic before Vic. Yeah, Michael Bishop, Kansas State. Michael Bishop when he was at Kansas State. You're right about that. But guess what? You only can be from Virginia to know this. Allen Iverson was the Michael Vick before Michael Vick. It was Allen Iverson. But you had to be in Virginia to know that. He won state titles in football and basketball the same season. Okay. He was being recruited by North Carolina to play dual sport, basketball and football, which he was going to pick football. But then Allen Iverson got into a brawl at a bowling alley, and Governor Wilder of Virginia at the time pardoned him. He pardoned him. And then he went on to play at Georgetown. The rest was history. Yeah, Michael Bishop was nice, man, at Kansas State. For sure. He had an arm too. Terrell Pryor was cold too in college. But Terrell Pryor, he played baseball too. He was a baseball player. He played in Cleveland, didn't he? Didn't Terrell Pryor play with the Browns? Dude, this Browns owner has been notorious with quarterbacks. Notorious. I believe he did play in Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this Brown and the Brown owner was the owner. He was. This guy is notorious. Don't let this guy fool you. Yeah, he like we ain't letting Shedeur go nowhere. Nowhere. He with us. So we figure out what we gonna do. He also had Johnny Football there. That didn't work out. He didn't work out with Johnny Football. God damn, he did have Johnny Football there. Bruh, I don't know, man. Did he not like quarterbacks or something? Like, I don't know what's up with this owner, man. But we'll see what happens. The defense is pretty good though. You said they went through cute quarterbacks like it was nothing. Yeah, that owner did. He's been the owner all ever since like year 2000. He's been the owner a long time. You said, do you believe Shedeur can possibly play basketball as a dual sports player? If he had concentrated on basketball early on, when he was a kid, no. He was concentrating mostly on football. Yeah, his thing was football. No. You said they tried to say Manziel plays street ball. I know. He couldn't even work out there. What the hell? Shador, I don't know if he played. He did play a little baseball, but he mainly stuck with the quarterback position. Baker Mayfield was there. What's up with this owner, Eric? What's up with this owner, man? But anyway, guys, let me get up out of here. I'll be back a little later. Because I want to talk about the upcoming game with Colorado. Um, yeah, I want to talk about the upcoming game and yeah, man. I'll be back a little later. You said quarterback killer. He said Charlo tried to play baseball. He can play for real. Yeah. And they at some point, like after middle school, they just stuck with football. And that's the route they took. Yeah, they both were looking good, like when they were out there like shooting around. Yeah, they were. All right, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys a little later.